But first, I do want to talk about the movie. I just want to tell you straight up that Busboys, the movie, will come out on April 17th. So that's when you'll be able to go to see it. But tickets are going to go on sale March 16th. So, yeah, I guess like, you know, first of all, I got to do this movie with David Spade. And I say this movie, like, trust me, there's a big part of me that's just, I cannot even believe that we did this, right? And we did this ourselves, right? That's what I want to say. You know, I went to Hollywood and you go pitch TV shows and you do all these meetings. You're always waiting to hear back. You're always in this cycle of bullshit, you know, and it's always somebody that was nothing like me deciding if they thought I had the ability or the talent or the capability or if my voice should be heard, right? It was always it's the same type of people over and over again. Some schmuck who had never fucking done a moment of comedy in his life. Some business fuck, whatever. You know, you go to all these things and it's, for me, it was a waste of time. For some people, it's great. It's their stairway to their dreams or to different opportunities and stuff like that. And I had a great time. Like, I met a lot of great people. And I got to develop my stand-up, which was the best thing. Because stand-up was the thing that I liked the most because nobody could give that to their kid. You know, you go audition for some role and then some producer's kid gets it or somebody's son or some bull, you know. But stand-up, they can't do that. Stand-up, it's you. Nobody could give that shit. Look, I'm going to get my son the opportunity. Fuck your son. You know what I'm saying? You can't, with stand-up, you got to get up there and do your job. Now, some people may not like my stand-up, may not think I'm any good at it. That's fine with me. But you have to get up there and do your job. Nobody, it's a thin line. And that's one thing I always want. I always wanted my voice. I don't want to do your shit. I don't want to do your I don't want to go play some role where you have me playing this stupid redneck and it's just like, because you don't even understand that maybe people where I'm from are diverse of thought and are more intricate and aren't just racist fucking people. You know? I wanted more that I don't know. I thought their system was outdated, to be honest with you. And though they, you know, there's always these articles, Hollywood, it's accepting everybody. That shit, it's not. It's not. And I'll say that firsthand. So I just want you to know where some of my energy was coming from. And why eventually I started to do podcasting, because I just wanted to have my own voice. I don't want to read your lines. I don't even believe. I'd have meetings with people and I would tell them about my life or about how I see things. And they would say that it wouldn't fit this narrative. It would, you know, it wouldn't fit this narrative. And so I got tired of fucking waiting for them. And yeah, and then so when I got into podcasting, it was a place where we could have our own voice. And I think some of this movie just kind of followed suit. You know, I became friends with David Spade through Adam Egget, who worked at the Comedy Store. And it was great. You know, I still remember the first time that I went to dinner. I'd met David at the Comedy Club a few times, and then we went to dinner one time, and he gave me a Joe Dirt hat, dude, and it was the best. Because I remember seeing Joe Dirt when I was younger, and it was just like, I didn't know I thought it was a documentary, you know, because our TV was fucked up. And so some of the audio was different. And I thought it was a documentary about this kid who had gotten left at the Grand Canyon by his parents. And it gave me just such like an affection for him, you know, just like yeah. Because I think I felt like that as a kid anyway. I felt like I got left at the Grand Canyon, even though I was right there, a bedroom over from my mother, you know? Just like, you know, how I felt. It matched with how I felt. But anyway, a lot of that's a lot of emo shit. But so David and I became friends, and he's been a great friend. You know, he's got a big heart. He's welcomed me into circles. He's taken me with him to like fancy parties where they have fancy silverware and there's fucking, you know, People are stealing shit from the place. Like, that's how nice the shit is there. Like, I've been to a lot of places where nobody's stealing shit because people are like, oh, this shit's trash. I already got this shit at home. I ain't stealing more, just shit. But I've been to places where they got really nice shit with him. I met John Hamm with him. I met John Hamm. Yeah, just, so anyway, just getting to know him was a blessing. And then it was during COVID, we started writing a movie together. And David, even this, I'll say this, he, I ran out of gas one time and he brought me gas. And he almost got hit by a damn, Kia Sophia. I mean, fucking so close to hitting him and killing. I don't know if it would have killed him. I don't know. He's not the biggest guy, but he could have challenged it. But I don't know. But he brought that shit out, ran across the interstate and shit, bringing me fucking gas. So, I mean, just nice shit, man. And so we started writing this movie because and one thing that we found that we had in common was that we both worked as busboys in Arizona. I worked in Arizona under, they had this guy, Sam Fox. He's a restaurateur. He's a friend of mine. He had, this was his first restaurant. And I worked there as a busboy. And David had worked as a busboy over there in Phoenix. And so we had this relationship of bussing in the desert, man. Even when there's water shortages and shit like that, bro. Imagine you got to clean up 20 tables and you ain't got no water, cut. Who are you now? Who are you now? I was still a busboy. So I stayed in that shit, man. I stayed in that shit. That was our Iwo Jima cut. And so that's where I was, man. And so we kind of bonded on that type of shit. And then we started writing this movie. Yeah, and nobody really wanted to help, and that's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying what it was, right? I wanted to let you know where we were at mentally, what was going on with us and our brains and stuff. Nobody really wanted to help. We couldn't. We reached out to some directors that we liked. They didn't want to deal with it. Our agencies didn't really help. There was some emailing back and forth and some light shit, but nothing really like, we're going to take these guys and we're going to believe in them, We're going to really take these guys and do something. There wasn't any of that. And I say that that's true. And so we got to a spot where it was like, damn, we got to make this or just go by our ways. And we'd spent a lot of time together and made it and written it so far and all of that. And so we just put up our own money. We put up our own money. And then next thing you know, dude, we were making a real movie. And this is crazy. I didn't think it was real until I showed up that day on set to shoot. Because it had just all been emails. It had been David and I writing, and we would go meet at his place, and sometimes we would get Jimmy John's, and sometimes we wouldn't, which I didn't understand. But I would get it on the way home or whatever sometimes. But yeah, we made this. But we realized that we had to pay for it, right? We have to fund it. So we put our money in, and I didn't realize until the day that we got to set. This set, I call it. Look, I'm not locked in on all the terminology and shit, so I call it that. I know it sounds highfalutin or whatever, but until we got to the movie site, the first day, and there was like trailers, there was like a woman with makeup or whatever, or hair conditioner or whatever, Hey, Patty, have you tried the green chili? Yes, I have. And we were making a movie, and it was crazy. The other actors were there that we'd looked, we did all of this stuff. And so that's what we're making, right? That's what we put together, and we did it. We created a movie, and we made something, and it was crazy because you get to the end and I was like, fuck, what did we do, dude? I was so scared. And then you go through the editing and you do all this shit and you start to realize, okay, this is how it is. And so that's what's coming out is our movie that we made completely by ourselves, that these people said no to. I don't care. Fuck them. You said no to me your whole life, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're not on board now. So that's where we're at. And I think it's good, man. There's some funny spots in it. It was a huge learning curve. I'm not saying it's the greatest movie. I mean, it's like a $3 million budget or something. And yeah, I learned a ton. Like if I could go back and do, there's a lot of things I would probably adjust. Like I just learned a lot. I learned a lot, man, about how it would operate, just all these different things. So that was a blessing. It was the most expensive course of education I've ever learned in my life. But if you go see this movie, I just want you to know that that's what it is, right? It's something that we made. We made it outside of the system. And thank you, David, for let me do this with you. There's some scenes in there, dude, that David does that are so good. And this kind, man, it's just like Tim Dillon's in it, Nate Diaz, Chris Avila, Jay Farrow, Trevor Wallace, Jimmy Gonzalez, Michelle Ortiz, Lindsay Normington, Tiago Martinez. Have you tried the green chilies, Tiago? Steve Little, Sky Bree, Brent Morin. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm missing a ton of wonderful folks. So yeah, all I'm saying is that's what this is. This is a movie that we made that is outside of the system. And we want you to go see it to support this type of thing, because we can do more in the future and we can do it better. And we can help fund movies that other people want to make that the gatekeepers don't see, you know? And that's fine. I don't need a gate, I don't even want to go through the gate, cuz I'm coming up through the dirt, son. I'm through the mud, dog. You keep that bitch latched, dog. I'll be in the yard. And that's how I've always been. And so that's where I'm at. That's where we're at with this. Yeah, so thank you if you go to see it. It's not like what's that movie? Dunkirk or whatever. It's not like that. Okay, so don't think it's like that. It's different. It's not like Sarah Marshall. It's not that, right? This is a movie about two dudes trying to be alive, trying to become waiters. That's what it's about, with some love stories in there and some other type shit. But you feel me. But it's got that busboy mentality in it, you know? I'll be a waiter or I'll get my shit some other way. But we eating. Even if I work at the restaurant, bitch, we eating. So that's the movie. It's going to be out. I can't believe it. It's kind of scary too, because if nobody goes and sees you, you're like, oh shit, all right. But that's okay too, right? I mean, it'll bum me out, but that is okay. You know, I'm proud of like what we've done. I'm proud that we did something. You know, I feel lucky I got to do something with David Spade, man. Like, you know, I don't even deserve that kind of stuff. And I don't mean that in a negative way about myself, but yeah, he's just such an immense talent. And to be able to just be around him and spend time, and the fact that we ended up down this road together and here we are. It's been a blessing. And yeah, I can't even, but like, it's weird to say like, yeah, I'm in a movie. I mean, anybody could be in a movie. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian was in a short one with some cock in it. So anybody could be in a film. But yeah, that we made this and that our friends showed up to help us make this, man. You know? Yeah, and just the actors and actresses in it. But I know there's some funny parts in it. I know you'll laugh. I'm curious. I think I'm just super curious, like, what is okay to do in a movie? What is, you know, what could we do differently? I mean, dude, we got the first day we started shooting, got moved by a week at the last minute. Like 2 days before, we got moved by a week because of the fires that were out in California, that were like a year and a half ago or whatever. Whenever the Pasadena fires and the Palisades fires. So that was crazy. I mean, just, there was so many things that were like, is this going to happen? But it happened. And yeah, So yeah, there's some, like there's just some, it's just like, I hope you'll find some joy in it. It's it's lighthearted, it's goofy, it's dumb, it's fun. And yeah, it's a dream come true to be able to do it. And I promise you that if this one goes well, we will find other things to make. If I don't do good and I'm not the one to be in the other things, that's fine. But we'll create other projects that are funny, that people want to see, because that's really what needs to happen, at least to respect other people's point of view of comedy, and to care, like, I don't even know if voices aren't out there, but it's just like, there's shit that's different. And yeah, I promise that we'll make other cool stuff, whether we're in it or not, but we'll write it or we'll do something, so yeah, that's where I'm at, so let's get this thing out there, bro. But just one more time, tickets will be on sale Monday, March 16th. You can buy them at busboysmovie.com. So you'll be able to get those, busboysmovie.com. If they don't have it in your area, that's okay. It'll notice what area has been looked up. And then as soon as these first, I think 100 theaters fill up or something, if we can sell those, then it's going to let us sell more. So it's an experiment, it's an experiment. And I appreciate you guys' patience. I've spent so many hours editing, going through, watching, there's so many choices that you're a part of in this, and I learned a ton, and thank you so much. I can't even believe it. It's just crazy to even get to do it. Whether people hate it or love it, I don't give a shit what the critics think. Fuck them. The critics don't know shit, The critics don't know shit. Remember that. The critics don't know shit. The critic is some schmuck who's sitting over there who never did shit. That's the critic. That's the critic. Some guy with a pen and a fucking, he probably didn't even have a dip in. He probably didn't even have a Zen in his cheek. So fuck him. The critic don't know shit. I hope the critics hate this shit. Fuck them. Look, I'm a critic now. Hey, critics. Y'all fucking suck. There, boom, I just did your whole job in fucking 4 seconds, bitch.